Hello, I'm Chris Hernandez. This is the Weekly Report, a look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. The Big Ideas for Small Business project at the National League of Cities supports peer-to-peer learning among city staff on small business development issues. This week, members of that peer network met in Kansas City at the Kauffman Foundation. The Big Ideas for Small Business Summit involved city staffers from Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, and other cities to share strategies for supporting small businesses and entrepreneurs. They also visited Kansas City startups to see how our city helps support innovation and small business.
It's very clear that we're doing a lot of things here, and I certainly can't tell you all of them, and I certainly can't take credit for many of them at all. I will once again tell you that but for the excellent city staff and employees that we have, these things would not be getting done. But for the good, pragmatic, working partnership that we have with the city manager in my office and the council, these things would not be getting done. And but for our willingness to step out of the comfort of our offices and engage people who will challenge what we do every day and be willing to listen to them, be willing to engage with them, be willing to try to implement some of the things that they say that we should do, these things would not be happening. So at the end of the day, the best big idea for small business that I can give is to engage with them on every level, be willing to be a small business yourself so that you can experience what they're talking about. And by doing that, you will understand and internalize that some things might need to be changed, other things might need to be strengthened, but all things need to be shared. Thank you very much for having me. Very much appreciated.
The City of Kansas City, Missouri received an Innovation Award Honorable Mention in the Large Cities category at the Missouri Municipal League Conference in September. KC Grow, a program which launched in April, makes it easier to grow nutritious food for the community. As vacant lots and lawns are increasingly turned into community gardens, getting water to the lots can be difficult. But the city, in cooperation with several partners, is working to eliminate barriers to water access to encourage community gardening in a very practical way. The Missouri Municipal League Innovation Awards showcase municipal projects that demonstrate new approaches for solving municipal challenges. Now let's check in with some of our city's departments.
Hi, I'm Heidi Downer with Kansas City Parks and Recreation. October in the city is filled with activities. Here's a sampling of fun things to do. Bring the entire family for a walk on the wild side at Lakeside Nature Center in Swope Park. Walk the nature trail and listen to costumed animal characters tell their stories. The Magic Woods program is offered from 6 to 9 p.m. Friday, October 10th, and from 5 to 9 p.m. Saturday, October 11th. The cost is $5 a person, with children under 3 admitted free. Waterfire KC Festival of the Arts has become one of the most anticipated events in the community, and this year it expands to 2 days. Visit Brush Creek on the Country Club Plaza on Friday, October 10th and Saturday, October 11th for free performances by the Theater League and musical entertainment amidst a backdrop of floating, fire-filled braziers. Visit waterfirekc.com for more details. Are you yearning for a simpler time? Visit the Shoal Creek Living History Museum in Hodge Park for Harvest Fest on Saturday, October 11th. From 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., you can explore log cabins, take a horse-drawn wagon ride, make apple butter, and play historic games. The cost is $5 a person, with children 5 and under admitted free. Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Heritage Center is celebrating 25 years of serving the community through education, programs, exhibits, performances, and workshops. In honor of their silver anniversary, the center is hosting a special membership drive reception on Saturday, October 18th at 4 p.m. Everyone is invited to come out and support one of the oldest African-American cultural establishments in our city. And for more information about these and other events, see the Parks and Recreation website at kcparks.org or give us a call at 513-7500.
The Kansas City, Missouri Police Department acquired their first motorcycle around 1909. For over 100 years, KCPD wheel officers have been patrolling our streets, controlling traffic, escorting numerous presidents, and once, even the Pope.
The officers have to receive 80 hours of training here at the track, and then after that, once they're selected and they come to the unit, they'll ride with an FTO for 4 weeks. In the third week of that, they'll finally they'll do nothing but ride until the third week, and then they'll start integrating a little bit of traffic enforcement into that and show them, how to run the radar, get back on the bike and go catch up to the person that's they just caught speeding or whatever. There's very little classroom, just getting the nomenclature of the bike. Most of the stuff they do here deals with there's a lot of break and escape, learn how to scrub speed quickly, but a majority of the stuff they're learning to do here is slow speed stuff. Motorcycles are pretty easy to drive fast. It's slow, tight quarters, which is the area that these guys are used to working in, where they have to drive in lanes of traffic, crowded traffic, and be able to go through lanes, narrow spaces, tight turns, that type of stuff. That's what a majority of the training they're learning here is. We are recognized as very good riders, very proficient at doing the escorts, and they're very good at what they do. There's a lot of motorcycles on the road nowadays. It's really a growing fad, and we have to be aware of the motorcycles out there. Use your mirrors, keep track of where they're at, listen for them, look for them.
This is a new experience for me. It's been challenging. I'm used to having a nice pen and a notepad in my other jobs. This one's totally out of the box for me, so to speak, but it's the most challenging thing I've ever done. It makes me think I should have spent more time in front of my kid's PlayStation. Police motorcycle riding is a lot different from my motorcycle that I used to have pull out on the weekends. This one's challenging for dealing in crowds and in the public and all the different hazards you have on the road, just to be able to work the motorcycle, the clutch, throttle, brake, be aware of your surroundings, what's in front of you, what's around you, what's coming on the side of you. It's pretty complicated. It's not just running out to the park on the weekends. It's challenging, and I don't think that everybody's made it that's gone through it, so it's just a personal challenge to me.
It costs approximately $25,000 to purchase a motorcycle and outfit it with the latest in technology and emergency equipment. It's just one more investment the citizens of Kansas City have made to make KC a safer place to live. I'm Officer Shelley Gaddis. Have a safe week.
My name is Helen Ragsdale. I am Vice President of the Bruce Watkins Cultural Heritage Center and Museum. Thank you for this opportunity to share with our community that we're celebrating our 25 years of the African American History Center here. The center serves as an educational program as well as exhibits and performances by various individuals. We have workshops and etc. We're cordially inviting you to a membership drive now that we're having on October the 18th, 2014 at 4 p.m. at the Bruce Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. Recent exhibits that we've had here at the center include the Freedom Fighters, the Legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers and Tuskegee Airmen, the Battle of Island Mound, and a quilt exhibit by 3 very famous African American women in our community. On September the 13th, we had our first 5K walk run and family festival, which was well attended and we enjoyed it very much. We would invite all of you to attend this very historical 25th year in celebration of the Bruce Watkins Cultural Heritage Center. Gail is going to share with you some of the history of this very beautiful center.
Good morning. I'm Gail Hill, Secretary of the Board of Directors here for the Bruce Watkins Center. When you come to our 25th anniversary membership reception, be sure to look at the beautiful facility we have here. The Spirit of Freedom Fountain, dedicated to Kansas City 33 years ago, was built to commemorate the contributions African Americans made to the growth and fame of Kansas City. And the center itself, this beautiful facility, is an offshoot of that. You see, the fountain is an inanimate object, but we consider the Cultural Heritage Center and Museum to be a living museum where we can bring the history alive so young people can learn and you can experience our wonderful history and culture. So come out on the 18th of October, that's Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. and be sure to get one of your Tree of Life memberships, the $1,000 level or the $500 level, to commemorate you, your family, your club, your sorority, your fraternity on our honorary Tree of Life. It's a beautiful thing itself. You have to come out to see it. We look forward to seeing you Saturday, October 18th, 4 to 6 p.m.
I also want to share with you that we're celebrating 100 years and beyond of the churches in this community. Some of those churches have been in existence for over 100 years, and we're celebrating 22 of those churches at this particular membership drive. We hope that all of you will have the opportunity to come by and visit this beautiful center at some time, especially for our membership drive on October the 18th at 4 p.m. at the Bruce Watkins Cultural Heritage Center, 3700 Blue Parkway.
You can call for more information at area code 816-513-0700, 513-0700. Thank you so much. See you Saturday, October 18th.
See you Saturday, October 18th.
Residents attended a public hearing to consider whether the East Patrol Division Station and Crime Lab campus or an individual part of the campus should carry a name other than East Campus. City Council members and city staff were on hand to listen to public recommendations and comments. This hearing is part of a public process to examine whether a name should be attached to the campus, as well as who could be honored and why.
Well, good evening, everyone. Again, welcome to the public hearing this evening for the discussion of the naming of the East Patrol campus. It's good to see many of you all who are out this evening for a very important discussion in the heart of our community.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Richard Tolbert. I'm a former city councilman. I knew Leon Jordan. We think because of his contributions to the well-being of the black community, that outweighs all the other issues that have come up. He's a major, major historical figure in the history of the black community. Thank you.
I think our community should name this after Leon Jordan, East Patrol. And I think I talked to each one of you all, and you said you didn't have a problem, but I think you're doing the right thing, going out to see what the community wants to do.
I was 15 years old when Leon Jordan was assassinated. I was a freshman going into sophomore in college. I remember Uncle Leon as being a very, very close and a mentor to my dad, the late Bruce R. Watkins Sr. And one thing I remember the most that actually came out of my dad's voice when he talked about there's a difference between spending your life in the pursuit of public services or your belief system as it relates to the civil rights movement, but there's a difference in giving your life. And that's exactly what Leon Jordan did. Leon Jordan paid the ultimate sacrifice.
From the police community relations perspective, we need to recognize what is really happening here. Because for many, many years, we speak about, well, nobody wanted to name a police station after a human being. I can't say for all of the people why many of them may not, but one reason is because those who have been tortured and have been victims of police brutality wouldn't want a police station named after a human being. So now we're at the fork of the road in 2014 where black people are saying, name a police station after a black man in the black community. And that is a sign of the times and how far we have come in police-community relations, and we should not miss that opportunity.
If a name is given to the facility, it would mark the first time any KCMO police station is named in honor of an individual. Residents may still submit comments by emailing communications@kcmo.org through November 7th or by visiting our virtual town hall at kcmomentum.com. The Edgar Snow Symposium returns to Kansas City October 16 through 18. The symposium takes place every 2 years and alternates between Kansas City and Beijing. It brings together Chinese and American government officials, businessmen, and artists to foster friendship during a 3-day series of events. This symposium is named after Edgar Snow, a journalist from Kansas City who wrote extensively for the Herald Tribune and the Saturday Evening Post, informing the West about China's sweeping historic changes of the last century. Several symposium events are free and open to the public. For more information, call 816-235-6222 or visit edgarsnowfoundation.org. For more information about these stories, please log on to kcmo.gov and search for the Weekly Report. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. I'm Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.